Imagine sending a message to someone you care about. You see delivered, then nothing. An hour passes, a day passes, maybe even longer, and suddenly you're not just waiting for a reply. You're questioning everything. Did I say something wrong? Are they upset? Do they hate me? Should I send another message? Most people think being ignored is a small problem. Psychology says it's one of the most powerful emotional experiences humans can have. Here's why. Thousands of years ago, being excluded from your group wasn't just uncomfortable, it was dangerous. Humans survived through connection. If the tribe rejected you, your chances of survival dropped dramatically. Your brain evolved to treat social rejection as a serious threat. And here's the shocking part. Studies have shown that the same brain regions activated by physical pain can also become active when we experience social rejection or exclusion. In other words, being ignored doesn't just feel painful. Your brain processes it in a surprisingly similar way to actual pain. But that's only the beginning. When someone openly rejects you, at least you have an answer. They said no. They ended the relationship. They made their feelings clear. Being ignored is different. Your brain hates uncertainty, and silence creates endless uncertainty. Without answers, your mind starts filling in the blanks. You replay conversations. You analyze every word. You search for clues that probably don't exist. This is why being ignored often creates more obsession than rejection itself. The lack of information becomes a psychological trap. The brain keeps searching for closure, but closure never comes, and then something even stranger happens. Many people start blaming themselves. They assume the silence must mean they're not interesting enough, not attractive enough, not important enough, not worthy enough. But often the silence has more to do with the other person than with you. Maybe they're avoiding conflict. Maybe they're emotionally unavailable. Maybe they're overwhelmed. Maybe they simply don't know how to communicate. Yet your brain naturally turns inward and makes the silence personal. This is where ignored messages become something much bigger. They stop being about communication. They start becoming a reflection of self-worth. And that's dangerous, because when self-worth depends on someone else's attention, every delayed response feels like a judgment. Every silence feels like a verdict. Every unanswered message feels like proof of something negative about yourself. But here's what emotionally healthy people eventually learn. Silence is information, not necessarily the information you want, but information nonetheless. Someone who consistently ignores you is communicating something through their behavior, and chasing answers often creates even more pain. The real psychological shift happens when you stop asking, "Why are they ignoring me?" and start asking, "Why am I giving someone else's attention so much power over how I feel about myself?" That question changes everything, because the deepest wound of being ignored isn't the silence itself. It's what the silence convinces you to believe about yourself. And once you stop believing those stories, the silence loses its power. Have you ever been ignored by someone who meant a lot to you? Share your experience in the comments below. If this video helped you understand the psychology behind it, leave a like, subscribe for more human psychology insights, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it.